update with Framework Fortune Crypto. I'm your host, Ben. Now let's dive in. So, Bitcoin. Kind of cracking that, actually gave a pretty good crack of that little uptrend that we had going. But it is holding up this 63.5 area. If it continue to hold that, it should be okay, but it is a little concerning that it could not hold that 65. So now we have this downtrend. So if it can't hold there, of course, it'll come back to 60. This could just be a little sideways movement up under the 65 area before it breaks. Hard to say right now, but Bitcoin, I don't know. I don't think we're going to see a huge pullback yet on Bitcoin. We may see a pullback to 60, but I think 60,000 will hold again. What's up, Daniel B? What's up, Jose? So let's hop into Ethereum, see what old Ethereum's up to. Been a lot of, also the Taproot upgrade for Bitcoin has been going in. Voyager notified me that they turned off transfers of Bitcoin because they were putting the Taproot upgrade through. That, if you don't know, is going to make Bitcoin a lot easier to build projects on. So that brings some more value to Bitcoin. Let's see, Ethereum still in this downtrend as well. Right, it's testing that uptrend right now, but this looks like a possible bearish move. Ethereum may have to pull back to 4,200, maybe even to the 50-day at 41.24, because this is the daily chart. So we're dropping back below the 10-day. The last time on the daily chart we were below the 10-day was back here. So we cracked below there, and then we had a pullback. So we've been on this nice rip, and these EMAs are spread out. So we may be due. Yeah, we may be due, especially after a lot of these coins hitting these new highs. There's still, it's still kind of early to tell, because cryptos, they're looking a little red right now. Stock market's been real wonky, but we know that all the markets have been wonky this whole entire year pretty much. But cryptos are definitely, I would say, outperforming any other market. So, even if Ethereum was to pull back to like 3,000, the trend line is still at 3,000. So it's still bullish. The question will be whether that's what's going to happen, if we're going to slowly sell off, or maybe have a couple of steep pullbacks to the trend line, or if we're just taking another breather where we may consolidate above previous resistance areas like 60,000 on Bitcoin and 4,000 here on Ethereum. This was previous resistance. Maybe that will hold as support on these pullbacks. So we'll see. We'll keep monitoring it. And so I watch every day to make sure that nothing irregular is happening. I'm not ready to sound the alarm yet, though, because like I said, we just hit new highs, and we haven't pulled back that much really on anything. And we still have altcoins that are having some pops. UMA, you see right there, broke out of that triangle. I just hadn't watched it since I drew that triangle, but nice pop up to 25, just about. Yeah, this is all in one day, too. So very nice rip. It's actually from 16 all the way up to 25. Almost a $10 move. May probably have another pullback. You see last 2 times it popped up, it had somewhat of a pullback but held some new support area. Probably $20. Might try to hold this new support. And if that happens, then we can see UMA continue to run. Poly having a little pop today. It shot up to almost 95 cents. Almost back to $1. This though on the daily chart, it's a little sketchy. A lot of big upper wicks. So that's still got a ways to go. It's up 15%, but this is not really any pattern or anything I like on that daily chart. So let's see, a couple things are green. Let's go check out Cosmos. I know Cosmos has been pulling back. Yeah, Cosmos on this trend line. So we'll see if it can hold. If Cosmos can't hold, if Atom can't hold here, then we're probably going to pull back to 25. Right across the tops of these candles. That old resistance should try to hold as some support. But I will be absolutely fine if it drops to 25. I'll have no problem with that. Yeah, right across there. 25 is definitely going to probably be the floor. But that's if it cracks. It still hasn't cracked yet, so we'll see. Very easily we could see it pop back up tomorrow because it did have a pop earlier today, I think almost up to 34 before he started having the second sell-off today. Let's see. What's up, Lauren? No, I'm not holding UYPT. That was a disaster. That stock was horrible. It was a dumb trade. Luna's even pulled back below 50, but Luna's still clearly on this uptrend, not even pulled back to it yet. That'd be about $45. So just, I mean, that looks fine. It's just still consolidating, moving up. LPT. It's bullish. Look out on this daily chart, though it's not. It's kind of a flag. You kind of like draw that downtrend there, and then about $60 support. I would just say is the floor, and that's about where that 10-day is too. Is $60. So maybe another day or two, and we possibly could see LPT pop up out of this. Voyager token still getting some action. Pushed back over 3 again today. I'm looking for this pop up to $4 on Voyager. It's very choppy with all these wicks. So a little hard to read, but it's got upward momentum now. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and move these lines away from here. So we know that area is going to be supportive if we come back down there. But we have a little uptrend that has started on Voyager. So as long as it keeps climbing up that uptrend, I think we'll see it up to $4 again for a test. Now, Shiba still holding the uptrend. This looked bleak. A lot of people called for Shiba was done. But Shiba, not sure. I don't know if this is done yet. It's very well could still be a mover. Hold on, just now, it is still below the 10-day moving average right here. But if it can continue to hold here and it bounces back above that 10-day, then this downtrend would be broken and this could start running again. You see, last time it bounced and we're just riding right up it. So I actually am back in Shiba on Coinbase Pro. I got in actually, if you can you guys can see it a little bit right here. I bought let's see what 10 million a day ago, and then earlier I just sold 2.5 million because I need to pull some cash. That bank being that Veterans Day holiday last Thursday really messed me up on a lot of fund moving around. So so I'm in Shiba right here, looking for it to bounce off of this trend line. I got in at 530 on the dot. And it's been kind of all over the place, but really hasn't dropped much below my entry at all. So if this trend line continues up, I'm going to continue to hold it here in the account and see if we get this bounce back up to at least that 0.75, which I think may be a possibility. What's up, One Life? Yeah, I mean, if you originally got in SHIB, back down here or even through here, this consolidation, my original entry on Voyager was back here, and then last time on Coinbase Pro, I got in through here and sold and made a pretty nice little profit on it, pulled some profits from it. But I'm still holding half my position of SHIB from back here on Voyager. I'm not going to sell that probably. But this may be, like I said, this may be another opportunity for it to bounce off this trend line. So that's what I'm looking for. But if it is going to bounce, it's got to start getting up there next day or two. It can't continually hang right in this area, or that'll crack the trend line. So it's got to continue to move up. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm going to get back to live trading the cryptos here some point this week. Solana, even though it broke, having a little pullback. We're breaking out that triangle, but you can see Solana is right on that 10-day moving average, holding up still. Another one where it's kind of got a downtrend started. Let's actually draw these downtrends. We'll see if these downtrends continue or not. These could very easily just be short-term downtrends on a lot of these. But if it does come back down 220, let's see, actually, 215, 220 might be a decent area. If it come down to 200 ought to be pretty strong support. So, I mean, that one's still just consolidating after hitting those new highs. Doesn't really look done, but if Bitcoin and Ethereum was to drop crazy, it could cause problems. And then I did see yesterday that VeChain got up there, popped right back up to that 18-cent area before getting pushed down like everything else. But VeChain's looking pretty bullish still. Riding right up that 10-day. Don't like these wicks. As long as the 10-day holds there, it'll be fine. If not, it'll pull back to that 15-cent area again and test. Axie is almost to the tip of this triangle. If we see Axie start to curl up right here, this could possibly be a nice spot, maybe this evening or tomorrow, to look for that $150 break up out of this. Last time it broke around 165. I would say next it would probably hit 180 if it did break to the upside. It's curious though, how high can these gaming tokens continue to go? Because if Axie continues to climb like that, it gives me a lot of positivity to my case about Gods Unchained. And you can see that Gods did pop back up some. Got up to like 518, but had a little sell-off, which I was expecting that because a lot of the players got rewarded in God's tokens. So, you know, they wanted to lock out some of that money. But as soon as a couple of things happen and open back up, like the Forge on Gods Unchained, where people can use the Gods token for their NFT fusings, this should really start picking up. But even since it's come out, it's still held the $5 area off of very little volume. So I like that. That's a decent sign that it is holding there. Oh, and you can see Fetch. Looks like Fetch trying to hold up 85 cents of support now. That's like 1 or 2 days away from possibly curling up and actually finally breaking $1, not just throwing a wick up there. Just climbing right up that trend line. Let's see, Suku's selling off, so we'll trash that support line because that cracked for now. Just still pretty much going straight down here. So that'll probably be done for a little while, unless, you know, it's still close to $1. If $1 holds, actually it's 98 cents, because that's where that wick is and that wick, and now this is where it's testing at. We'll see. It doesn't. Right at this moment, it doesn't look like it's going to break out. It looks like it's going to break to the downside. Especially with that little indecision there and then followed by this bearish red candle. So that one may be done for a while. I give it one more day and then I'm probably taking it off the watch list. CTSI pulled all the way back to the 10-day. So that is one to still keep an eye on, as it is held above this triangle breakout area. Let's see what else we got. How's Mana doing? Mana with another little pullback. Come here. Whoops. Another gaming token. Kind of all the gaming tokens having a little cool off from where they got hot, but still bullish above all EMAs, above the 10-day. Yeah, I bet, Lauren. You've been scalping V-Chain left and right. One life. One life very indecisive with his crypto positions. He might sell, he might not. There's always a price. You know damn well if Bitcoin was to go crazy or Ethereum right now and it shot up quite a bit, you know you'd be selling. So CGLD cracked that trend line. Still, well, I'm still trying to hold up, but not looking great. ONT, this is ontology. It's still slowly climbing, broke out of that downtrend, has a nice uptrend. It's been consolidating in this uptrend, looking for this break of about 125. If it could break 125, it could pop up again, but see, when did that build up happen? Yeah, so there's like a couple week build up, which we've had here. Actually, no, it's longer than a couple weeks. It's June. It's about a 4-month build up. The only thing I don't like is that it did not push up higher than this peak. This peak pushed to 135. This one only pushed to 127. So it made a higher or a lower high. We'll see. We'll see on ONT. It's not a very fast mover until it is. It's one of those types. OXT, is that one on my watch list? OXT, I have a decent swing on Voyager. Like 1,000 OXT coins. I don't know why it's not on my list. Let me go to symbols here. Alphabetize, whatever that word is. Oh yeah, here it is, OXT. So I'm in about 55 cents when it broke back over this resistance line here. I got in for that break. Yeah, right through there, 55 cents. And it did have a nice pop up to 76, but it keeps slowly building its way up. And it looks to me, so it broke out of that little. It looks to me though, like it really wants to try to push to these previous highs of 90 cents and maybe even push to $1. Whether it'll break $1, I don't know. But it seems like it's got more room to go. So, I mean, I'm up a decent amount right now, and it's probably like $100. Still bullish though, above the 10-day. But I think we'll see a break at least over 80 here in the next day or two on OXT. That should be on my list. I actually need to put that in purple. I don't know why it's not on my list. Stormex, look at this squeeze on Stormex. That candle couldn't be more perfect for this tip of this triangle. Just lots of indecision on both sides, to the upside and to the downside. So that is getting very, very close to popping. Like in the next, probably the next 24 hours at the latest, I would think. Because I mean, this is, it's like, yeah, there's only like room for 1 or 2 more candles in there, which would be 1 day or 2 days. But that definitely looks like that is very close to popping. So we haven't checked the news in a while. Let's go check CoinDesk for some news, see if there's anything going on. Yeah, see, 7 minutes ago they were talking about the Taproot upgrade for Bitcoin. Let's actually read this a little bit since I already mentioned it. It's an overwhelmingly positive upgrade to the Bitcoin protocol, but it itself is not enough for investors to get excited. Of course, this is this guy's opinion. This is old George's opinion at CoinDesk, so, you know, I don't know if I'd take his opinion for much. Yeah, so it's designed for the security, privacy, and efficiency. And there's the improved Bitcoin programmability. That's what I was saying about making it easier to build on the blockchain. So also boosted security due to the addition of new signature scheme, making a dual signature blockchain. But there are some potential drawbacks. Taproot is only partially adopted by the network. Yeah, but if it's our, see, it says only 54% of the nodes enforce Taproot now, but the number has been ticking up. So, I mean, of course, if they're going to start putting a Taproot upgrade. But yeah, that's pretty much it without getting super technical. And I'm not the guy to get super technical about it anyway. But more than likely, it's a good thing for Bitcoin. Oh, God. So President Biden has signed this infrastructure bill. Let's see what it says. So they signed it into law today. And this is that tax reporting requirement. God, this is going to be stupid. Yeah, see, it would require all brokers to report transactions under the current tax code. And then, of course, right here, that more than likely it probably is going to catch miners and other parties that don't facilitate any transactions. Like, so you can see, you do have some people trying to put in a crypto broker's clause. But we'll see if that even happens. Yeah, another provision requires recipients of transactions over $1,000 to verify the sender's personal information and record and record his or her social security number, the nature of the transaction, and other information, and report the transaction to the government within 15 days. Oh, Daddy, can I please have some allowance? I made some money today. Are you going to take it away today, or do I get my cereal? That's what this is like. This is nonsense. See right here, some lawyers have pointed out when applied to cryptocurrencies and other digital assets like NFTs, it would be nearly impossible to comply with the law. And that's what happens when you have people who should be in a retirement home watching the Golden Girls trying to run the whole entire world. They do not understand crypto, and so therefore them trying to put anything into tax law about it, of course, is just idiocy. You can't make laws about something if you don't understand it. But anyway, oh boy, my accountant is going to be furious probably. Let's see, anything else going on? One Dow's 20 million plot to purchase the U.S. Constitution. Okay. All right, we got people out here trying to Nick Cage it and get the that guy trying to get the real Constitution. All right, and then of course there's a lot of talk about the metaverse. But if Facebook is back in the metaverse, that's not centralized to me. If Facebook's got anything to do with it. But yeah, if there's any coins you guys want me to check out, just let me know. Jeez. I mean, I'm not surprised at all. I'm not. I wouldn't be, and it wouldn't be anything new out of the DNC to switch candidates at the last minute. They didn't have to. Old Bernie Sanders, who got burned by Elon. If you haven't seen those memes going around, Elon out there swinging it around because he's the richest guy in the world. He can do that, you know, just swinging the old rocket ship around the planets. Oh yeah, Crow, which is crypto.com, and I've got this app working now. I'm supposed to be receiving one of the crypto metal cards. I'm going to probably do a little bit of deep dive on it, some type of video. Once I get a little more acclimated with it. I haven't made any trades. All I've done is bought some Ethereum and transfer some Ethereum. But it looks alright. It doesn't look too terrible. And they've got a pretty big selection, but they don't have a desktop platform, and they do not have a window like this where you can come and trade like Coinbase Pro yet. I'm sure that's something they're probably working on, but who knows when that will be. No, I've not seen Elon's new ad with him in a bubble bath. If that's real, man, Elon's wild, man. That dude's wild. If you got that much money, you might as well be wild. You know, what is anybody gonna do to you? He's out here trying to fly to Mars. He's not concerned with our earthly drama. But we are still pulling back across the crypto markets here. We'll see. Let's see. Let's go to percent change. Even UMA pulling back. I know it's IOTX back to 30 cents. Yeah, we'll see if this doesn't turn around in the next day or two, just all in general. Like if we stop seeing big breakouts like we were pretty much every day on some of these altcoins, and we start looking like this multiple days in a row where we're only getting 10-20% gains on just a few coins, that'll be concerning. Real quick though, let's go look at the indexes. Let's see. So the dollar is climbing still. How that makes any sense with all this inflation we have, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever for this to be happening. That's baffling. That is baffling. It's probably going up. Maybe that's what it is. I think, because this happened last time. Last time we saw big money pull out of the stock market and out of cryptos, the dollar strengthened. So basically it looks like people are selling out of some of their trades and their assets. We are towards the end of the year. You're going to see a lot of hedge funds and institutions dumping some plays for tax write-off purposes, especially with these new laws, which may make it very difficult for taxes. So that could be something to be concerned about. And that law being passed today, that law being passed is enough concern that it could pop the bubble. So don't be surprised if you wake up one morning and everything is down quite a bit in the crypto market. However, like I said, everything's still bullish looking. It's just going to be if this downward momentum we've got at the moment continues. Gold's up, silver's up. Oil looks like it's going to probably bounce. And then where was the stock market? Where are you at, Spy? Spy used to be on here. I just used the Dow Jones and see how much it dipped. So Dow Jones did hold above the 10-day, but that doesn't quite mean anything yet. But it may have to pull back to this 35,000 area, which would be a decent drop in the market, in the stock market. I wonder what people... are people going? If the market's crashing and cryptos may be crashing, I'm just trying to think of where else. I mean, maybe gold and silver, because they are starting to pop up again. We'll see. We'll have to see what this bill does and how they enact it, and if they, there's so much nonsense in the bill in the first place. Oh, you got the Elon and the bubble bath pulled up for me? That's awesome. I'll check it out. I'll check it out after the stream here. Oh yeah, DERC. That's one of your favorites, that horse racing one. Crypto. I got one chart to be able to look at, USDC. So this did pop up, very nice, breaking that triangle. Still on this uptrend. I mean, as long as it stays on this uptrend, it keep climbing. It is getting rejected at $5. If it can hold the 10-day, it may be able to break $5 tomorrow or the next day. But if it can't hold the 10-day, it's going to drop back down to the 50-day. But looking good. Nice call on that one, Ruben. You called that one pretty early. Nice uptrend. Oh, another update. Coinbase, if you have the Coinbase debit card like I do, you can now earn AMP as rewards on your purchases. Crypto back AMP on your purchases. 4%, which is pretty nice. I was earning 4% Stellar Lumens, but I figured now that AMP's on there and AMP gets some very nice pops sometimes, I would start just collecting AMP. They keep adding coins to that the crypto back list that you can earn with Coinbase. Now supposedly Crypto.com has that too with their debit card. When I get it, I'll look a little bit more into it, see how it looks. But yeah, that horse racing one looking pretty good. As long as Sheeb's holding up here, I'm going to continue to hold it. But I'm about done holding cryptos for long on this account. Like I said, I'm going to get back to day trading on this account this week. So yeah. Anybody got any coins they want me to take a look at? Any questions? Any of that? I will be updating more on Gods Unchained this week. A lot going on with that NFT game and that token. They did some updates to the website, so I'm expecting the staking to start soon, as well as the Forge opening back up, which is one of the main things that's holding the game back right now, is the Forge not being able to be open. But we'll talk more about the Forge on some more Gods Unchained content. They won't let you on that, so I guess you cannot access Gods Unchained, the platform to play at the Mutable X blockchain, from a Google Chromebook. Lauren was not able to do that. Oh yeah, that's weird. Fat Boy Drizzy, that's not a good idea, man. Like, I know it can be tempting to like throw a bunch of money at one crypto and try to double it, but you could very easily also not double it. You could half it. So I mean, I, I don't know. Like you're looking for a quick return, and that type of mentality in the markets can get you into trouble. Is all I'm saying. We have to be assassins. We have to be crypto and stock and asset assassins. Because you never know. Especially right now with this bill just being signed today. I didn't know that until I started doing this stream and saw that news headline. Someone was just telling me to check the news. That's, that could really affect the crypto markets the coming weeks. We will see. But I know people can't be wanting to hold on to cash right now, at least investors and retail traders, when ABC is out there telling everybody that inflation is a good thing. And they've got a chart where there's a little tiny milk and then like a whole scale of milks until there's a big one. I don't know what they were trying to accomplish, but if anybody is convinced that inflation is a good thing because of ABC, you probably need some type of medication. Just saying. Because this inflation stuff, it's dangerous. The Fed and the government is playing a real dangerous game right now. But that being said, this could be a very lucrative game they're playing for cryptos. If they destroy the US dollar and people are like, well, I'm not putting my time and value in US dollar anymore. I only am getting paid in Bitcoin or Ethereum or Shiba, whatever you want to get paid in, then that could help with crypto adoption. And that's what I think is happening. I think they're so stupid, or whatever their plan is, I don't know. Yeah, trying to convince the masses and thinking that money is like a value meal at McDonald's. I know, it's... Oh, God. This world we live in right now. Well, I guess I'll be calling my tax accountant tomorrow and see. Well, actually, I'm going to give him a week. I'm going to give him a week to let that process, and I'll call him and find out what the bad news is. Find out how detrimental these tax laws actually are from somebody who actually knows. Because I don't. Taxes are a nightmare. That's why I pay somebody to do them. My Tamagotchi's doing good. It's sitting beside my Chia Pet and my Woody from Toy Story. Talking about Tamagotchis. You crazy, Daniel B. You trying to compare cryptos to Tamagotchis now? Is that your new thing? You gave up on Tulip Mania, so now it's Tamagotchis? One day, you will see, Daniel B, when you're swiping your crypto debit card at the gas station because the US dollar doesn't exist anymore. And God's is trying to pump back up there a little bit. It is that time of day, though, where everything's usually a little slower. So even though we're having these pullbacks, in another hour, 2 hours, these pullbacks could be done. But tonight, if we don't see these pullbacks stop pulling back, if they don't start rebounding when it's the hot times, then yeah, then we. Another thing too is cryptos are global, so the U.S. tax laws don't really hurt anybody but the U.S. It's not going to lead to like nobody adopting crypto. Not that many people in America compared to the population even know what crypto is at this point. So it's not going to affect a tremendous amount of people to where it could like super affect the crypto markets, unless the institutions that are in Bitcoin, like Grayscale or whatever, if they start dumping because of the tax laws somehow screw them over, that would be the issue. We'll see if that happens, which I don't see. I don't see Wall Street and institutions and hedge funds allowing that to happen to them. They'll let it happen to us, but they ain't going to allow it to happen to them. So we may see some type of changes to it in the coming days too. But I'm sure some people are shook. You know, like I said, we're seeing the dollar go back up on the dollar index. So obviously money's being moved from cryptos back into the dollar at the moment, and being moved from the stock market still. But I think that's it for today's episode, because we're just kind of waiting for all of this consolidation. I think it was like where did we get in that consolidation before? Yeah, it was like July, where we kind of got in this sideways consolidation on a lot of these coins. I think Bitcoin shows it the best. Yeah, right through here, May through July, where we were looking like, are we going to rebound? What's going to happen? We're kind of in that same type of consolidation that was through here, except it's up here this time. So, you know, more than likely gravity would pull it back down, but who knows with Bitcoin. You turned the comment that I liked into a book. What comment was it? You have to remind me of the comment. Oh, I know what comment you're talking about. Yeah, that was a funny comment. That was a book of a comment. That was a lot of a lot of writing, but it was comical. What's up, Elvis? How's it going, buddy? The no more Saturday sleeping. Yeah. DB Springer is in the building. You should go buy a salmon, DB. And while you're at it, you should take that salmon and slap yourself in the face with it. How about that? Oh, I'm good. I'm good, Elvis. How about you? How's your night going? Getting ready to call it a night here and start scrounging up something for dinner. If you are on the Framework Fortune website and you haven't figured out how to download the app yet, when you log in, or if you go to the website on your phone from Google, it should have a little pop-up that says download the Framework Fortune website on Spaces. and you can access it from there with the app from your phone, and it'll work better than trying to do it from the browser. You just at work, Elvis? What are you doing? You out there serenading the people? Alaskan wild salmon? It's very specific on your salmon, Daniel B. See, looking at sheep. See, that's why I don't like this Coinbase charts. They don't tell the right story. Something's wrong with these Coinbase charts. As you see, that trend line's a little more stable than it looks on here on the 1 day. So where's those two bodies at? That's at 563 area. So that quad 40 or quad 0563 area, there is some pretty strong resistance at from the tops of these two candles. That's a good one, Daniel B. That was creative. Yeah, I had a good joke in a while, but that was a good one. I like that one. Elvis is shaving people before surgeries. Like, that was very creative. That was good. Those are the jokes I like. That's good stuff. I wonder if you have to have a degree to do that. Do you have to go to college for 4 years before you shave people before surgeries? Do you need a medical degree for that? I've never even thought about the people who have to do that job, and you know, what do they get paid? These people whining about minimum wage and stuff, dropping fries in a hot fryer and flipping burgers. But you got people out here having to shave people before surgery, man. They ain't complaining. Go do that job and then tell me. Then come complain about it. Then complain about it. Go shave some old man's back or something. I'm just gonna go from here. Yeah, you have to be a CNA or a surgery assistant. So you do have, the facts are in, people. You have to have a college degree to shave people before surgeries. And that is where we lost the plot as a country. Right there. Right there. When you have to pay a school system thousands of dollars to learn how to go shave people. Oh, they're complaining too? Well, they have reason to complain. They have a lot more reason than anybody. It's like, oh man, nurses, CNA, everybody in the medical field, they get such a hard time from people. Now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of feel bad that I've been making fun of the people who have to. I haven't really been making fun of them though. I'm making fun of the other people, but still. That's I wouldn't want to do that job. I'll be the first one to admit it. But yeah, this live stream has went way off the rails now, and there's just no shaving it. See what I did there? All right, guys. I'm going to call it a night. Appreciate everybody joining me. As always, we'll be back tomorrow. Not on the stock market channel in the morning. I won't be doing that live stream in the morning because I've got some things to do. But I will still be doing the crypto live stream. And if the funds that I've been transferring around are settled tomorrow, I may be back to trading tomorrow on these crypto live streams. All right, guys. Well, y'all have a great rest of your night. I'll see you then. You guys did great hitting that like button. Until next time, have a great rest of your night.